So this is a quick video showing some of the setups in this level, Field of Stupid 2. You can actually see most of the setups in this level, but there's still some hidden stuff. Right at the beginning, this first troll, you can just put keys in Yoshi eggs. I don't know why that's a feature, and I don't know why people aren't using it for trolls. Up here, I have a bomb. I have a bomb there and a block that's blocking a spike ball. That's so that it won't spawn right away, but it will spawn right here. At this point, going left will make this spike ball spawn and hit the switch, and going right will make this spike ball spawn and hit the switch. And that's how the switch goes off as soon as you walk off the edge of this mushroom right here. The cannon is in a clown car, and I got it set up with a slope, an offset muncher, and a POW. And that just gets it stuck as close to like a normal, as close to lining up with other blocks as I could do. This cannon that moves the POW over is this one. So when a cannon is in a clown car and the clown car dies, the cannon will be in the wall and try to get pushed out of it. And for some reason, if it's inside of P blocks and other blocks like hard blocks, basically anything other than ground. Well, P blocks are on off blocks, and then any blocks other than solid ground, it'll just get pushed to the left really fast. I have no idea why. This setup here looks like a crazy glitch, but it's actually just this note block and a mole pushing the cannon down. Because when it gets pushed off the ceiling, it flips over, but it gets stuck in the clown car like part ways through the animation, and it's at a weird angle, and it just shoots dumb. This is just a semi-solid. So in here, there's not even much hidden. The pipe is kind of covered. You can still see it though. Spike ball has a hitbox before it actually is visible, so that's what kills you there. This is just some spike balls and blocks that hit each other, and then the muncher. Right here, well, up at the top there's a thing to set the on-off to the right state. Because if you cheese the first section in a weird way, you can get, it could be wrong, so I had to reset it. Right here, there's a cloud that actually pushes, well, it pushes this first thwomp up so that you don't hit the saw, and the second one is just here, and you will hit the saw. You can see most of these setups. I'll come back to the CPU1. Right here, this spiny is on the bottom of this note block with a spike ball that hits it. And it just kind of sucks it up onto the semi-solid, and it gets pushed into the POW. And I'm pretty sure spinning while stuck in there. I don't know why it doesn't hit the other POW. This setup, the first launcher dies. You might not have realized that it only dies if you're holding a POW. That's because of this seesaw right here. So the bomb is on a note block, and it gets bounced up into that little space, so it doesn't get crushed immediately. And when you jump on this first launcher, if you're heavy enough holding a POW, it'll get blown up. Right here is actually exactly what it looks like. Like, there's nothing hidden here, it's just dumb jank. It goes through all of this. Like, P blocks and on-off blocks in particular have very weird collision. Right here, the door leads to right where these springs are behind the goal, and it pushes you in front of the other door, and then it'll bring you back to the other side. the... Alright. So in this room, up top, it's just a Buzzy Beetle that hits a turn block and then gets stuck in this little bucket, and the clown car can clip you through. So from CP2 you go in that pipe, and then you'll come out over here. So this set of 4 cannons, 2 of them are in clown cars. That's so they can get stuck in the wall and cover this pipe. These 2 are offset by 1 block, but what happens is I have a 1 up here on a note block, and when that gets pushed down, this muncher will get shoved over to the right to not be in the note block, and it also shoves the cannons over. So it does that. There's also a bit of a setup up here with the tracks to make springs land here here if you jump over early and don't get the key. This troll, you can actually see the entire setup. It's a mole right here that'll only get triggered if you're in this spot or closer to it. And then it blows up, hits the switch, and hitting the switch also starts this bomb timer, so it'll hit the switch again. And it's so that when you do that, that's the troll. I don't know what that does, since a lot of people avoided it, actually, that I've seen. So right here, this P-switch doesn't really do anything, it's just to delay time. At the bottom, there's this setup, which is Spike Top on a cannon. The Fire Piranha is here just to make sure the Spike Top walks to the left instead of to the right. It'll actually, and when it goes around the bottom, it'll fly up here and hit you and do things. Down here, this is the setup for the fake Shelmet troll. That's why this one up here is the setup. So I actually have to move the spike ball over like that, because in editor they always roll to the left instead of towards you. That gets hit like this. And then when a Spiny, usually when a Spiny gets hit and like stunned, it'll be upside down, spikes down. But when it tries to get up, you saw it flips over, and then it's like in a state where it's stunned, spikes up, and then it'll actually wake up. But if you hit it with a spring in between there, it'll get stuck. And then it gets caught by this claw. And I'm pretty sure the claw dropping it actually resets its timer again, which is strange. Then at the end here, at the top, there's this setup with some clown cars. When clown cars are in a space like this, where they're in a 2-block space and they have something in it, they'll try to get pushed out. But because of the shape of this, these 2 clown cars get pushed into each other. Well, they get pushed into each other, and because they're cannons, the cannons are trying to push the clown cars down. So as soon as you go past that mole, they'll go down super fast. Or if you trigger this other on-off switch thing. Where's the CP1 pipe? Here. So when you go in this pipe, the first time you go in this, the only time you'll go in this pipe is when the switch state is blue. You usually come here with the state being red. So I have this great music set up, and this thing is spawn block. Then it'll also block off the escape from the checkpoint with munchers, so that you see you'll CP1 and die and actually be stuck. And then over here, this is a thwomp in a clown car that this thing, the thwomp will get crushed against the seat. so it's inside of a slope and not in a clown car. So when a thwomp is stuck through a slope, the part on the other side like can't hit you, or you can stand on it. And if it's not in a clown car, you can't touch it or die to it at all. You can just stand on it or spin jump on it. It's really, really weird. And I think that's about everything. Oh, and also the title of this level, and the title of this one, Field of Stupid 2, and the title of the first one, Field of Stupid 1, and the description of the first one are all a reference to something, and try and figure out what that is.